What the hell, man? What just happened, man? This was by far, and I don't care what you guys said, this was by far the best episode of this arc yet. I don't care about the Noelle versus her brother fight. I don't even remember. It's so far gone for me. This episode was by far the best episode of the arc. And I don't know if you guys can hear me, hear my voice, the excitement in my voice, but this episode was something else, man. I didn't expect that. I knew that it was going to be fire because it was Finral versus his little brother Langris, but this was beyond what I thought would have happened. It was beyond my expectation, and that's one of the reasons why it was such a good episode, man. I was so surprised about everything that happened, especially at the end. So yeah, man, let's get right to it. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Anime Specialist. So this episode, like I said, was bonkers. There was a lot of things that happened, a lot of things that we learned, and a lot of foreshadowed thing in previous episode that we also learned about in this episode, you know. So let's get right to it, man. First of all, I just want to say that that moment between Vanessa and Finral was really cute, and I really like this moment between them. But anyway, a few episodes ago, we saw Finral and Langris talk together about a woman, and we finally know who this woman is. We learned who she was in this episode, and she was basically the woman that Langris or Finral was going to marry, but because Langris was basically better at everything, he was the heir to the Vaude family, so he was the one that was going to marry this woman right there. Honestly, I don't remember her name, and I don't really care because of what happened in this week's episode, but anyway, man, she was an important part of this backstory. Langris was basically better than his brother at everything except one single thing, and this single thing was women and people interaction. We know that Finral has a gentle heart. He's more gentle with people. He's more careful with people. He's a more down-to-earth people than Langris. And that's why I think Langris was jealous, because this is one of the things that he wasn't good at. And that's why I think he was jealous. That's why he resented Finral, and that's why he hates Finral, because even though he's better at everything else, there's this one thing, this one single thing that he's not better than his brother, and that was kind of weird to me, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, man, it was a nice setup to what Langris is now. The art and animation in this episode was great, except in some of the parts, but it wasn't that bad, you know. So I don't remember the name of this character right there, my bad. There's a lot of characters in this show, so the only thing that I know, I think, is that she can use snow magic, and one of the spell that she used in this episode was kind of a spell to reduce the senses of her opponents, and that's why the member of the Golden Knights fell asleep. And the reason why Leopold was able to stay awake is because he used mana skin. If you remember well, we learned of that in the kind of training episode with Lady Leona in the volcano place. That's where I think we saw for the first time mana skin. So that's why Leopold was able to counter her spell. If it wasn't for Langris, Leopold would have probably destroyed the crystal and win the match, but obviously we know that Langris is the vice captain of the Golden Knights, so he's just that strong. But anyway, man, now we're gonna talk about the Finral versus Langris fight. This is what we were waiting for, and I'm not gonna lie, man, this exceeded my expectation. We all knew that Finral was going to lose this match because he's just not powerful enough to go up against his little brother, but we didn't know it was going to end this way, at least for the anime onlys, you know. We saw Finral use a new spell against not only his little brother, but also against Baha Seki, I think is his name, you know. So that was kind of funny, but actually I didn't expect that Finwall's teleportation spell and Langris teleportation spell would cancel each other. So that's one of the reasons why Finwall for a little while was able to handle himself against his brother. That's the only reason why, because their magic is not compatible, you know. So that was a cool counter for him to go up against his brother. I just want to say that from all the places that Finwall could have teleported Baha, he had to teleport him to Yami. So that was just too funny to me, because it's going to be so funny to see how messed up Seke will be after Yami beats the hell out of him, you know. But anyway, Langris kind of had a similar spell to Finwall's, you know, but his spell was even more dangerous. Something that we need to talk about is Langris' aura, because all the members of the Black Bulls that were there at the Water Temple Arc, and even the Magic King, they all sense the same thing in Langris. They sense the same thing that they sense in one of the members of the Third Eye. So that's kind of crazy. They sense the same aura, the same energy from Veto. So I'm wondering what the hell is happening with him. I don't know if there's something related to William, the captain of the Golden Dawn, but there's something wrong, man. There's something fishy about the Golden Dawn, you know. Like I said previously in the video, the animation and art in this episode was amazing. Just this shot right there of Langris was probably my second favorite shot of the episode. Just the details on his face, his facial expression, the shadowing on his eye and everything. I just love this shot right there. This is one of the, like I said, this is one of the reasons why I love the episode. The animation and art was on point. Then there's this shot right there. It's not my favorite shot. It's probably my third or fourth favorite shot of the episode, but we can see Finwall and Langris use kind of the similar spell. And I didn't think that Finwall could use multiple of these kind of balls, magic balls, but he was able to kind of match his little brother, even though he lost. Now, I know that I said that the Langris shot was my second favorite of the episode, but this shot right there, this Finwall shot right there, I really didn't expect that to happen, you know. This was messed up. I didn't think that Langris was going to mess up Finwall like that. He's on the border of death, you know, so that's kind of crazy, man. I really didn't expect Finwall to be in this condition right there. We already know that Langris teleportation, transportation, or a spell, it kind of erases everything that it goes in contact to, you know. But this right there was crazy, man. Just look at the holes in his body, in his arms, in everything, man. That's a crazy shot right there. I really didn't expect that to happen to Finwall. Now, my absolute favorite shot from this episode was when Asta, Magna, and Luck came in and saved Finwall from his brother. And like I said previously in this video, they said that Langris' aura reminded them a lot of Veto, the member of the Third Eye that they defeated in the Water Temple. So that's kind of crazy. There's something fishy going on with Langris and with William, the captain of the Golden Dawn. I don't really know right now, but there's something going on, you know. So that was a crazy scene, man. The scene with Finwall hurt, and this scene right there woke me the hell up. It's early in the morning right now. I'm doing this video quickly because I have to go to school, but this woke me the hell up, man. I'm not gonna lie. Even in this shot right there, man, Langris is just out of it. I don't even know if he's thinking right now, you know. So that was a crazy scene. This was another great shot of Langris, and just seeing Asta this serious, you know, it reminded me a lot. This scene right there with, you know, Magna, Asta, and Luck coming in. It reminded me a lot of this scene in Naruto. I hate to compare animes, but it reminded me a lot of the Chunin exam when Rock Lee was going up against Gaara. You know, Gaara was just killing him. He was beating the hell out of Lee, and we just see Kakashi Sensei, Might Guy, and Kuronai Sensei coming in and just protect Lee because Gaara was just going to kill him, you know. So it reminded me a lot of this scene right there. I hate to compare animes, but those scenes were pretty similar because it was about survival. It was and really intense, you know, so it reminded me a lot of that. But man, this episode was something else. The end of the episode, I really didn't expect that to happen, man. I didn't think that Finwell was going to be on the border of death, you know, so that was crazy. My bad if this review is all over the place. I have to go to school. I'm in college. There's a lot of things that I need to do. I have to leave in like 10 minutes, you know, so my bad if this review is really bad. But man, like I said, it was a great episode. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. Like I said previously in this video, it was higher than my expectation. It was way better than I thought it would be. So yeah, man, I do Black Clover reviews every Tuesday, so subscribe for that. Stay tuned for next week's episode because it's gonna be crazy to see all of the people's reaction. We already saw the Black Bulls members' reaction. We all saw them trying to defend Finwell. So we'll have to see what's the Magic King and the other mages' reaction in next week's episode, you know. Like I said, Black Clover reviews every Tuesday, Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer on Saturdays, and also One Piece on Saturdays, so stay tuned for that, man. I can't wait for next week's episode. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. We all know that it's gonna be Asta versus Langris in the final fight because we saw this in the last opening, them fighting against each other, so that's gonna be epic. But anyway, man, let's start a dialogue in the comments, talk about it, share, comment, subscribe, like, everything, man. We need to talk about this, man. This wasn't one of the biggest moments in the Black Clover anime, so we need to talk about it. We need to spread this shit all over the place, man. It's big, man. It's big. But anyway, man, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.